Ladies and gentlemen, fasten your seatbelts, hold on tight. You're in for one crazy, epically cool, and amazing ride tonight on the Josh Nolan and Oliver Schultz Full Throttle Racing Show, #1 on YouTube. With us tonight, we have racing sensation, racing superstar, Karter Kunsman. Welcome to the show, Mr. Karter.
Thank you for letting me be on the show.
Not a problem. So, Karter, let's talk about your racing career. Where did this awesome, amazing, and super cool ride start for you?
Well, it all started when uh, my dad's grandfather started racing a go-kart, and then he wanted me to get into racing. So I did. I was scared the first time for the rookie thing, and then the second time I did it.
That was going to be my next question, Carter, was were you scared at all when you got behind the wheel of your race car? So, Carter, how long did the success started roll before the success started rolling in, coming in with your go-kart racing?
Well, kind of. Thinking of the date, it did take a while.
Okay. So, Carter, with your racing career, what is the story behind your race car number? Where did that racing number come from?
Well, the number 32 came from my dad's grandfather. That was his number. And he's my dad put it ever since because of his grandfather.
Okay. So, Carter, with your racing career, how much success have you had as a race car driver?
Well, a lot so far. It's just the one thing I'm looking forward to is just getting a national win. That's basically it so far. A lot
Okay,
of seconds and thirds in national.
okay. So, Carter, with your racing career, who do you have for sponsors on your awesome race car and your awesome racing team?
So I have Kunsman Paving, which is my cousin. Then I have HAR Towing. I have the Dugans Heating. And then I have Nana and Papa G, and then Kunsman Siding.
Are you still looking for sponsors for your awesome racing team?
Yeah, the one sponsor I
Okay,
really want is PXP and
so if there's
Applebee's.
anybody, okay. If there's anybody going to be out here watching this racing show with me and Carter Koonsman, you want to help him out? Reach out to his parents, reach out to JDI Koonsman on Facebook, definitely, because I'll tell you what, Carter would appreciate the sponsors as he gets further into his racing career. So, Carter, what is your home racetrack you race on?
Pocono Raceway.
Okay. What is your favorite racetrack you've raced on?
West End.
Okay. So, Carter, with your racing career, what is your 5 year plan with racing? Where do you want to be at in 5 years?
Well, I really just want to be in a sprint car, maybe, or a in a 600 still.
Okay. So, Carter, what do you want to be at in 10 years?
Uh, that's a hard question. I mean, I'm looking forward to at least try to be in Formula One, but that's really expensive.
I totally hear you there. Motorsports is totally expensive. Formula One is totally expensive also. So, Carter, with your racing career, who helps out with your race car? Who helps maintain your race car and fix your race car when
Uh,
something goes awry?
my dad, my mom, and sometimes my sisters, and
Okay.
also John, Pepe, Curtis, and Storm Chassis.
Okay. So, Carter, with your racing career, how many classes do you race at?
Well, the classes I have, I'm in seniors, so I race Lightwood Formula, Senior Honda, Senior Animal, Light 160, and I drive the mod, Formula mod.
Okay. So Carter, with your racing career, do you have an awesome racing nickname?
I I don't know yet.
We got to come out with one for you if you don't, because
I
man,
mean,
that's all.
my
That's a part of
friends have
racing.
made one. They say I'm called the Cooney Man.
The Cooney Man. Okay. So Carter, I'm known as the full throttle rock star. So that's my nickname. So Carter, with your racing career, when you get strapped into your race car, what helps get you psyched up and motivated to go out there and do what you do?
Well, the one time at Pocono, which is the only time, I really couldn't do it. So it's just I thought about it. I never could do it. I like listening to music before I go out. It gets me motivated.
Okay, what type of music do you like to listen to?
I really don't know.
Just everything.
Just random stuff.
You like some 80s heavy metal, 80s rock and roll to kick things off?
Sometimes I do listen to them move. I'll get out the way.
Yeah. So Carter, with your racing career, when you're at the track and you're getting hungry, what's your favorite thing to eat at the racetrack?
I really wouldn't really say eat, but like drink.
Okay. What's your favorite thing to drink at the racetrack?
Probably white Gatorade.
Okay, okay. So Carter, when you're away from the racetrack, what's your go-to restaurant?
Sometimes it's Applebee's, and then the other one's it's
Ooh,
Chick-fil-A.
I like both of those choices, Carter. I'll tell you what, I'll give you that. I'll give you that. So Carter, I'm going to really put you on the spot this time. Are you ready for this one? When you're at home, what is your favorite home cooked meal that your family makes for you?
Well, my mom makes lemon pepper chicken, and that's my favorite thing that she makes.
Oh, very cool, very cool, very cool. So Carter, when you're away from the racetrack, what do you like to do for fun away from the racetrack?
Well, I have virtual reality, so I like to go on that, and then I like to play with my Star Wars Legos, which are really
Okay,
expensive, and then I do iRacing.
okay, okay. So Carter, with your racing career, um, what is the craziest thing you've had happen to you on the racetrack thus far?
Well, the craziest thing that happened to me was also something that injured me was at Oak Lane. It was like my first time there, and Gavin Miller and Gunnar Pio were still racing. I was with
Okay.
them. I got Gavin Miller hit me and I hit the wall, and then Gunnar Pio came behind me and smashed me into the wall.
Oh, oh. So what did you end up breaking your arm or spraining your arm
No,
or
it's just
what?
my thumb was hurting. That's it.
Okay, okay. So Carter, who is your racing hero? Who is the race car driver you look up to in your racing career?
Well, first it is Tommy Kunsman, which is my cousin, and then I have Casey Kane, Tanner Van
Okay,
Doren, and then I know there's one more. Oh, Eric Jones, and then
okay,
Esteban Ocon.
okay. Have you ever met Casey Kane?
No, but I really want to. I have
I
like
know
all of
he's
his
race.
Matchbox, his
I
sprint
know he
cars.
races. I know he races where the World of Outlaw series. I didn't get a chance to meet him this year. I would love to have met him, but just didn't get the chance. Um, so Carter, with your racing career, what do your school friends think of you being a race car driver?
Uh, the one that mostly has seen it, he also races with me. He's just
Okay,
a grade lower than me. Uh, his name's Zach Green,
okay,
and he thinks it's pretty awesome. He's been getting good as well.
Tell me how to keep racing your cars.
okay,
And sometimes I also have we sold two of my cars to this kid named Colton Henry.
okay.
and we've been helping him a lot. He's in juniors. He got a national win at Pocono,
Okay.
which
Okay.
I'm happy for him, and he's been just doing good.
So I have a question for you, Karter. I see your hat. Are you a big Brad Sweet fan? Because I see the 49 on your hat.
I am.
Okay. That is totally cool. Brad Sweet is a very nice person. Very, very nice person. So, Karter, who are some of your friends at the racetrack?
Well, I just told you the two of them, and then I have
Yeah.
Larry Kelleher, Tristan Bierman, JT Bierman, and then Dylan Stewart,
Okay.
and then all the Pocono people,
Okay. I got a question for you there, Karter.
and then Joey
Take a,
Denise.
did you take a look at my shirt? Check that out.
Yeah, he's
Oh,
very nice to me.
Oh, yes. Yes. Yes.
Very pesky.
So Karter, do you have any advice for the kids coming up in the racing world?
Well, it's just you should not back down and never give up, and always try your
Okay.
best.
Okay. So Karter, this time I spent talking to you, getting to know you, interviewing you for my racing show, I thought about it. I've got a nickname for you. How about we call you Karter the Terminator Kunsman?
I don't know.
Come on, it fits your personality. You just have to have the sunglasses, and you got to say, I'll
I
be
do.
back. So Karter, I'm going to do something cool right now, and I do this for my guests. It's been going on since I moved over to YouTube. But I'm going to kind of put you on the spot a little bit further. I'm going to turn the mic over to you. You can ask me some questions.
Have you ever drawn a 600 before?
I never have, Karter. I never have.
What about quarter midgets?
I never have, but I'll tell you a little secret. Out here where I'm out here in the state of Iowa. Between Iowa and southern Minnesota, we have 60 plus dirt tracks out here.
Yeah, that's pretty neat. Maybe one day we'll go and see.
And I'll
Have
tell you
you
what,
ever been to a sprint car Outlaws track?
oh yeah, I'll give you a heads up. My number one racetrack I've been to is an outlaw track. Knoxville, Iowa, Knoxville Nationals. I've been there twice.
Yeah, that's a nice one.
And one track that I like really bad is Linda's. They used to have a quarter
Okay.
midget track in the middle, and that's what I used to go to all the time.
Very cool. Very cool. Very cool. I'll tell you what, Karter, being you're racing quarter midgets and you're doing some micro sprint stuff, right? I'll
Yeah,
tell you
also
what,
600.
He just started.
okay, there is a kid out here. I'll tell you what, you need to look him up on my Facebook page through your mom and dad's Facebook or whatever. There is a kid out here that you could really draw some inspiration from, and I'll tell you what, he's really awesome to deal with because he deals a lot with kids, and kids come up to him and say, "Man, I can't believe you're a really good race driver. You're not that nice to talk to." And I'll tell you what, Karter, that kid is by the name of Nolan Murty, DALLONMURTY. You know why I tell you he'd be a good inspiration for you? Because he come up through the ranks much like you're doing. At age 12, he was racing. It's called micromod, kind of like what you guys race out there, micro sprint wise, but they put a miniature modified chassis on it. He went out and dominated that in the IMCA support classes, and I mean literally dominated that. At age 12, his dad says, "We need to figure out what we can do with your racing talent there, Dolan. You're very talented. I race stock cars on dirt. Let's see what we can do here." So he went and talked to IMCA and USRA. He couldn't race full time till he was 14 in the IMCA class or USRA class. They put him in the non-sanctioned races, Karter. His sixth night out in a stock car, dirt stock car, He went out and beat 28 to 29 adults and brought home $900 as a 12-year-old.
Awesome.
That would be awesome.
And I'll tell you what, a little bit further, Karter, when he turned 16, he went to the IMCA Bristol Dirt Nationals in a dirt stock car. He won that and brought home a cool $50,000 as a 16-year-old.
That's a lot of money.
Wow, that's a very lot of money.
And I'll tell you what, like I said, he's really nice to talk to. You kids, I'll tell you what, you ever get a chance to meet him, go up and talk to him. His nickname, I said, went and talked to him and had lunch with him one time. And I said, well, Nolan Murdy, what is your nickname? And he says, Josh, it's kind of crazy how I come up with it. But he says, you stop and think about it. I put a little thought into it. So what is your racing nickname? He says, my nickname is the Game Changer. I'm changing the way the game is being played. How do you like that nickname?
That's different.
Yeah. Yeah, he drives the 99 or 99X stock car. He also runs IMCA mod with a 99 on the side. And his dad drives the 99D stock car. So it's quite interesting watching father and son race weekly on the local dirt tracks out here. Do you have any more questions for me, Karter?
I don't think I do. Wait, I think I
Okay.
have a couple more.
Okay, go for it. Go for it.
Well, my favorite thing to do when I'm also bored is I like watching Star Wars.
Ooh, okay, good
Very,
choice. Good choice.
very big Star Wars fan. So I'm gonna ask you this now. Uh, have you ever like watched the prequels to Star Wars?
Oh yes, I have been to the theater with a friend of mine and seen the prequels to Star Wars. Yes, yes,
And also, have you seen how much the minifigures cost? Like
yes.
Lego.
Oh yes, yes, yes. I like the concept behind that. I do. Yeah. The reason why I asked you, Karter, what your favorite music is because mine is 80s rock and roll. You get me tuned into an 80s rock and roll station, and I'll tell you what, I get fired up.
Oh, that's why.
That's what my dad liked music.
Karter, your dad may share the same 80s rock group a person I like too, because I'm a huge Def Leppard fan. Huge.
You sing to the songs in
On our way to the racetrack, my dad put the radio on and some of those songs are there and I start singing it.
You know something, Karter? I'm going to let you in a little secret about Def Leppard too. Your dad may have not told you the story, but I'll tell you the story. You know why I love Def Leppard so much?
Why?
Because they have something no other rock band has. You know what that is?
No.
Their drummer only has one arm, and he can play the drum with one arm.
My dad was also a drummer in the band.
Very cool, very cool, very cool, very cool, very, very cool. But Karter, I'll tell you what, it's been my pleasure to sit down and talk to you on this racing show tonight, get you amped up for the rest of your season, get you ready for next season. Do you have a racing page that the racing fans can follow you on?
Uh,
Jedi Master on Facebook.
no. I don't think
Not yet.
not yet, but we're probably gonna make one.
Okay, very cool, very cool, very cool. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you're at a local track out there in Pennsylvania, Pocono, and you see Karter Kunsman out there, go up and talk to this kid because this kid has got it going on behind the wheel.
Thank you.
So, Karter, I want to thank you for being on my racing show tonight. Before I let you go, do you have anybody else you want to send a special thank you out to?
Well, I really just want to send a thank you to John Pepe, Josh, and Curtis Pepe in Storm Chassis.
Okay, very cool, very cool. So, Karter, I will call you in a few minutes to thank you in person. So I'm going to let you go, Karter. I'll have you step out. I'm going to give a little racing news update, and then I will call you. Okay?
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
How do I leave? There. I didn't know.
Ladies and gentlemen, that was Karter Kunsman, quarter midget racer, micro sprint racer. Go hit up Karter Kunsman because he is a really outstanding, awesome and amazing racing talent out there in the racing world. So with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, let's talk about a racing sponsorship wise. I would like to thank Dirt Track Race Cars and Company for help out with the racing show. They've got some pretty awesome looking racing diecasts out there. Go hit them up for all your racing diecast needs. They have the 1/64 scale of Doug Wolfgang in the 8D car that he won the 1989 Knoxville Nationals in. They have the orange 8 car that he won, that he raced in 1990. They have the 29 Weichert Livestock car that he drove in 1985 and 1/64 scale also. Then they will also have the 47 of Danny the Dude Lasowski. The Casey General Store housed the racing Gil Sauner car in 1/64. And then also they also have the 1N Nance sprint car that Sammy Swindell drove in 1982. So with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to thank Dirt Track Race Cars and Company. Go get a hold of Dirt Track Race Cars and Company at dirttrackracecarsandcompany.com. I'd like to thank Manning Motorsports and Walking with Leyland / New England Hemophilia Association for helping out with this racing show. Also, ladies and gentlemen, if there's anybody that would like to sponsor my racing show or be on my racing show, feel free to email me at jjnolan151@gmail.com, or you can call or text me at 712-209-7138. With that being said, ladies and gentlemen, you guys have a good night. Catch you later on another episode of the Josh Nolan Full Throttle Racing Show. #1 on YouTube, and continue living life at full throttle.